All right. We are now in the live position. Not sure what that really means, but we are live now here on the Automotive Edge radio show Facebook page, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Getting ready to go on the radio with a music intro.
Are you live on the Automotive Edge?
Just went there. And,
Not showing on there.
well, I see it right here. Here it is.
I'm not there.
Well, you're always behind
Look.
something.
Nope.
Well, I got it. What am I going to say to you? You got it. That was it.
I'm not wearing that shirt.
Well, go change.
Ain't nothing holding us down today. It's the Automotive Ed Radio Show. Hey, we're cutting half today, so we only got a couple hours.
Yeah, we're doing a magic show.
We only have a couple hours to get all the information out to you. If you're looking for an automobile and have a little bit of fun today, I got some more great jokes. Bo
Lord.
called me 5 times this week going, I hope you have more jokes. And I said, I do.
Maddie, please help me. Save me.
I got some good ones this week.
Maddie, have you heard any good ones at all yet?
Yep. She only got
No, I have not. What is he talking about?
Wait a minute. She gonged me 9 out of 10 times. So there was a good one in there.
One.
I didn't. You know, my phone log says 0 times.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, you know what? I had some new ones sent in to me. There was a lady that sent me a few, and a buddy of mine sent me a few. So we'll see how well they go over.
How well they go over.
Yeah, we got a whole lot to cover. I had a whole lot of fun this week and spent some time out with Jason Lawing. If you we'll be posting his videos on the Automotive Edge Facebook. We also got some YouTube videos that we'll be posting. We spent about an hour out there with him. If you're looking for a pickup truck, I will tell you that the Automotive Edge Radio Show and Kurt Chase, who's been doing this for 38 years, come November, on air 21, in the industry 38. I have never seen discounts, and I told Jason you can't raise it next month. You can't. $16,750 off a brand new Chevy Silverado. $16,000. That's a discount. It's a true discount on that vehicle. And I've got a lot of people calling me going, how are they doing it? And I went, who cares? A third of the vehicle is the discount. A third. Think about that. And there's not near that kind of markup in it. But they're getting ready for the 26s. Some of the 26s have already started hitting, like the new 2026 Chevy Equinox. It's on the ground, $5,500 off a Chevy Equinox. And that thing's got about $1,600 markup in it, 15, depending on the options. There's more. Every time I go up there, he goes, hey, let your listeners know. Let your listeners know. Well, I'm going to tell you what you need to do is go to ElDoradoChevy.com. That's ElDoradoChevy.com, and look at all the incredible discounts that Eldorado Chevy is doing this month. Your trade-in values, everybody, there was all these predictors that the used car market was going to change. It was going to drop. Well, guess what? It's gone up. It's gone up again. And so trades are not going down. The trend is going up. We're seeing really, really, really good things happening with not only trade-in values, but APRs coming down. And at Eldorado Chevrolet and McKinney 380 and 75, you're getting the best of both worlds. Phenomenal rates all the way up to 72 months. $16,750 off Silverados, $5,500 off of 2026 Equinox. They've got $5,000 off their heavy duties, and then right next door they've launched their commercial building, and they've got everything in there for you business. If they don't have it, they'll get it. If it's a Chevrolet and you need a box truck, a flatbed, cabin chassis, I don't even understand half the terms.
A hearse.
But they've got, if you go to ElDoradoChevy.com and then click on commercial, there's all the information. So anyway, enjoy dealing with 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year, ElDoradoChevy.com. So there's something I want, there's a couple of beefs that I've got.
Oh boy, here we go.
I got a couple of beefs.
Is that beef stew or just regular beef?
Where's the beef?
Where's the
Remember
beef?
that,
Oh,
lady?
I love that
Best
commercial.
commercial.
And one thing about that commercial showed me that you never give up on the opportunity to be successful.
That's right.
Because she was like 90 and became famous.
Oh, she was on Johnny Carson. She was everywhere.
Household word. So you never give up.
That's
Never,
right.
never.
And all she do is drive through the drive-through and go, "Where's the beef?"
Got in short. She would just look over the counter.
Yeah.
I go, "Where's the beef?"
Yeah.
So never give
Loved
up.
her.
All right. So what's the beef?
Okay. I've got a couple of things that before we get into cars, which the Automotive Ed Radio Show is here to help you with all your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop, we have you covered. We got you. There's not a maker model that we can't help you get. And we want to say congratulations to JB and Jordan. They picked up their new Ford from Grapevine Ford the other night on Thursday night, which I got to go see my grandson play another great game. He had a sack, fumbly recovery, and he hit a kid at the line that I'm sure that kid's still feeling it.
Are you paying him for good plays?
No.
Why not?
I pay him for grades.
I pay him for hits too.
No. Them grades are killing me enough. I told him if he got straight A's on his report card, he got $100.
There you go.
And so he goes, "Poppy, I got 89. I said, "You're out."
This is all the way across, right?
I said, "A's, baby." And so we go to have lunch, and he's acting a little different. I know what he's doing. He's trying to put Poppy together. And then he goes, "Well, why don't we split it?"
I split it
Why wouldn't you give me 50
for doing good half the way?
I went, "No." The deal was we shook hands on straight A's. And he goes, "But it was 89. I said, "Well, let me ask you something. If you're carrying a football and you get down to the 1-inch line, should they just go ahead and give you the touchdown?"
Well, if they measure it a little closer, he might get it.
And he goes, "Well, no." Okay. "Well, Poppy, what do I do?"
You give in.
I gave the 50.
He talked you right into it.
Yeah, it taught me right into it.
Well,
But,
he's learned from the best.
That's right. That's right, Jim.
In case
For a great day.
Yeah, we have comments coming in, and if you're tuned in on the radio, we're here every Saturday morning, starting at 8 a.m. 99.9% of the time we're here till noon. Today we're till 10 because of the football game that's happening earlier today.
Yeah, we got this week and next week college football is going to take half the show, so we're going to cram as much as we can in and try to help you. But here's my beef for the day. Now, I've got 3 of them. We're going to do them on each segment. One of them is, why are we still fist bumping?
You mean because of what we did during COVID?
Yeah, why is everybody still fist bumping? And then what's funny is you go to put your hand out, they're fist bumping, then they go to put their hand out, then you fist bump.
It's like everybody's confused.
And I'm like, what do we do here? What are we doing?
Why don't you go back to the old days where you did the high five and then the low and then the blip, 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 all the good stuff like that?
That would be you.
I love that, man. Every time they do those football guys, when they get a touchdown and they do all their little things, I think that's cool.
I don't get it why people aren't shaking hands anymore.
Because we've been conditioned with fear.
Do you know why? And I did a little research on this. When men put their hand out and they shake hands and they lean in, why they do it that way?
They lean in?
When you're giving, the man kind of almost like the man hug.
Kind of like a bump, a shoulder bump, sort of.
They keep the arm in there for distance. So ain't no chest
I
bumping
never
or
even
nothing.
thought about that.
I know.
I just shake my hand.
I started
dude,
sending it out to
all.
I've got all these car guys and all these buddies in different networks, and they went, it's a gauge for distance. And I went,
if you're worried about germs, they do sell Germ-X. They should sell that. So, if you're shaking a bunch of hands over a little bit of time, rub some on there. It gets rid of all those germs. I mean, come on.
So let me ask you a question. Are you guys and gals out there, are you shaking hands or are you still fist bumping? Every dealership I went to this week, every dealership except for one, the initial person I went up to shook my hand.
Really?
Every one of them fist bump.
Just out like that?
And then as I'm going through the dealership, saying hello to the salespeople, every one of them are fist bumping.
Maybe when they stick their fists out, maybe you should get in that fighting position like a boxer. Like, is this what you
I
go
don't get it. Why are we still doing that?
Did you ask them?
I don't know. I don't really say anything, but
You're asking us.
I did school a salesperson though.
Oh yeah.
I walked him. He goes, "You here to see somebody?" And I just stopped. I said, "Why would you say that?"
Yeah, I'm here to pick up my pizza.
He goes, "Well, that's what I do." And I went, "Why would you do that? Do you want them to see anybody else but you?" And he goes, "No."
You're here to see me, right? I'm Bo
said,
Carver.
"Why wouldn't you say welcome to so and so dealership? His name's Alfonso. Let me assist you today." And get in the habit of saying that. Are you here to see someone? Why? I didn't get it. And he fist bumped me. So I went through the showroom floor and my buddy comes up, gives me a handshake. We give each other a little man hug. And isn't this something that now they're called
1 minute
man hugs because you're putting your forearm to keep distance between you?
Well, I understand those lingos because, I carry a bag instead of a, wallet. And I always get my Purple Haze always says you're carrying your purse. I said, no, it's a merce.
No, it's a purse. It's a purse for you.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Everybody else has a purse. You have a purse.
Yeah, but they would be surprised what's in it.
Maddie, do you shake hands or do you fist bump?
She hugs, I bet.
It really depends what the person looks like and like what's their demeanor. When I say
so you do a rundown real quick, once over before you
fist
decide.
bump. It's all about reading energy.
It's hysterical.
So you still fist bump?
Well, yeah.
Wow.
Do you give a lot of hugs?
I have to be really close with you. When I'm first meeting, if this is a business transaction, I'm shaking your hand. But if it's like a fun event, like I'm at an event for marketing, I'll fist bump you if you're wanting to fist bump. I don't know.
Maddie gave me, when we went to dinner, Maddie gave me a hug.
Would you give me a hug?
I would give you a hug.
See,
wow.
I love that.
Don't do it, Maddie.
We're going to be on that. We're going to take a break. We can barely
get his head through the door.
I love Maddie.
214-787-1190. Let's take a quick break. Hey, post online. Do you fist bump or do you shake hands? 214-787-1190. We'll be right back.
So Ronnie Swain says, given some DAP like Vietnam. What is DAP? DAP? But it's capitalized, so it represents something. Ronnie, I'm not sure what you're meaning by that. I didn't have the privilege to go to Vietnam. Is it Nam or Nam?
Huh?
Is it Vietnam or Vietnam?
I would say...
Because I've heard it both ways a lot.
Well, if you're listening to Forrest Gump, it's Nam.
Yeah.
But I've always known it as Vietnam.
That's what, in Beaumont, Texas, we heard it like that. I got to go to Vietnam.
What do they know in Beaumont, Texas?
Well, they knew they went to Vietnam when they were drafted. You can ask Ronnie Swain about that. A lot of them went.
That's right. He's one of our great veterans. Mm-hmm. He had his hat on when we went to lunch.
Yes, he did.
We keep talking. We got to go have some barbecue with Ronnie.
Well, he keeps saying he's waiting on us. We're not waiting on him.
Let's pick a day next week and go have barbecue with Ronnie.
Come on. I'm good.
It ain't that far. Maybe 45-minute drive out there.
Well, it's 45 minutes to here and then 45 minutes to there for you. So when I come here and ride with you, it's an hour and a half. Oh, it's all right. I'm good with that.
You ain't never got to pay. You ain't paid.
That's all the reason I'm glad to be coming here 45 minutes.
Everywhere you go is free.
Well, I'm the elderly.
And you win a lot of bets. I mean, I'm in the hole with you.
Yeah. You're so far behind. You have to pay the rest of my life.
You got the longest running tab I've ever had.
On my tombstone, I'm going to have on there, he still owes me a couple barbecues and a case of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, when I got out of the nightclub business, I had about $4,000 in tabs. And I went around, I collected every one. So what's this? Buddy, I'm out. New owners are coming in. I need my money. Well, I don't have it today. I'll be back tomorrow.
Gladly pay you Tuesday for a burger.
And back then we never said go to the ATM. You better hit the bank.
Yeah, it was all bank. It was all bank related then.
Would you take a check? Nope.
Well, a lot of the
COD.
Yeah. A lot of the brick and mortar banks are disappearing. I mean, like everything's so much online.
Well, that's why they're fixing to not be in my wallet at all, because the closest bank, and we've been using them for 18 years.
That represents that commercial?
I have to go all the way to Coppell.
Well, there's a lot of them like that.
I'm like, I am out.
Yeah.
That's why you see a lot of Chase and Wells Fargo and some of these other banks that are, expanding, but they're paying all these movie stars all this money to do those stupid commercials.
What's in your wallet?
And I guarantee you there's no ROI. There's no ROI when you're paying millions of dollars for people.
And tell the folk what ROI is. Return on investment.
Right. That people you can put four guys together. Charles Barkley, not Spud Webb. What's his name? Spike Lee, and what's the other actor? He's in just about every movie.
Yeah,
Turn on, he's on the movie. That they're paying these guys millions of dollars, and people are signing up because they see their commercials. Just like Super Bowl commercials. They spend all these millions of dollars on these commercials. There's no ROI.
Well, it's the same way with insurance too. I mean, you look at all these insurance companies that advertise, State Farm.
What they said, they spent $17 billion in advertising last year.
And
$17 billion.
Who do you think paid for that?
Oh, you know who did.
Wouldn't it be better just kind of like get rid of the commercials and lower our insurance?
All right, everybody up.
What do we got?
There we go.
Are you gonna?
There we go. Jump in. Look at man. Everybody all aboard. Jump on board and take the ride with me and the Boski.
Yes, right. Ride along.
That's right. It's the Automotive Ed Radio Show, helping you with all your automotive needs. Y'all need to quit fist bumping. Let's get back to shaking hands and hugging. Let's get it back.
I've already been doing that.
You know what they say? They say that a good hug boosts your endorphins.
And it probably also creates more dopamine to where you want more of it.
Yep. And we need more of it.
Yes, we do.
Hey, this segment of the show goes to Driver's Edge Auto Repair. Never winterize or summerize. Only do the maintenance that's needed each and every time you bring your car in. And I got 4 phone calls this week going, thank you, because I downloaded the coupon and one saved $150, another one saved $200.
Well, that's some real money.
And they were just elated that somebody was informing them that use the coupons, save money. Right now, depending on the brand, on which location, you get buy 2, get 2 free, buy 1, get 1 free. And then you get the 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty on every engine repair. The place, mydriversedge.com. That's mydriversedge.com. There's 24 locations here in the DFW area. Some are brand new. They're popping up and taking care of business. That's mydriversedge.com, a great 21-year sponsor of the Automotive Ed Radio Show. And hopefully many, many more. Go to mydriversedge.com, and fall will be here, I think, Tuesday.
Maybe.
Be 92 degrees for fall.
Fall is moving in.
But then Thursday, everything drops down the low 80s.
That's real fall there, isn't it?
And so probably my last swimming days today and tomorrow.
Well, it's about time, don't you think?
No.
Okay. You want to swim? Why don't you
Well,
heat your pool and you can swim year round?
You're one of them weird dude. You don't like the heat. You don't like the cold. You want to. Well, you ought to just live in Hawaii where it's 80 degrees year round.
Well, if I could get over there and move there and get settled, I probably would. I like that kind of basic, temperature that's just perfect year round. But it doesn't happen here in Texas, North Texas, or really anywhere in the United States. Nothing's really perfect.
I hear you. Well, hey, let's talk about some of the best deals that are around town. Let's first say it was the handshake the brothers did in Vietnam. Each set of brothers group had their own DAP shake. which would basically what?
Fist to fist, back to back, on top, then palms and slide down the arms. So they look like football players when they did their thing. So that was a known handshake in Vietnam with the American military. So thank you for Ronnie. You'll have to show that to us when we get together next time, and we'll incorporate that in our normal procedure. And thank you for serving, by the way, brother.
So he said Vietnam pronounces if the A is not the word. So it would be Vietnam as in almost an O. Right. There we go.
Well, that's the way I heard it most of the time. But every now and then I'd hear it Nam, like from a news media or something like that. But majority of the time it's Vietnam.
Yep. Well, we had a lot of people out running around looking for cars this week. A bunch of them seemed like they were in a round room looking for a corner. And each one of them were calling me, and why are you giving out your social security number everywhere you go? There's no need to. No need to give out your social security number. Hey, give it to me.
I could put it in good use.
Yeah, people going, well, this place said this and this place said that. And let me tell you, and all banks and all manufacturers work different. There's different tiers. I think Ford has 8 different tiers. A lot of the banks have 4 different tiers. One of them said he's up to 6 tiers now, and you need to slow your roll. It doesn't matter until you find the perfect vehicle to put in your garage. Doesn't matter. And why you're going around giving out your social security number, I do not know. And so 2 of them called me yesterday going, how do I get all these inquiries off my bureau? I'm like, good luck. Because you have to go to the dealer. The dealer has to do paperwork and then send it into the Equifax and Experian and go, hey, please remove these. And then you can hope whenever that they come off.
So what do the dealers use mainly which one? Is it usually Equifax or TransUnion?
Equifax and Experian.
Experian. Yep. So Experian is the bigger one, or they use both?
They use both.
Okay.
And they're really, really close. I don't know anybody that
uses TransUnion.
Yeah. I mean, TransUnion was the only one around when I started the car business.
So what's the difference between those 2 or even those 3?
They have a different algorithm on how they score. TransUnion.
But is it based on like maybe one utilizes the credit card more,
no,
or another one uses a different?
It's just a different algorithm that some of them don't. They say after 7 years it drops off. That's just not true. I have a deal on 2 of my bureaus that's 12 years old.
Why don't you have it taken off?
So why?
Do you like it on there?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't do plus or minus.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, leave it on there.
It's 0. It's 0.
Yeah, well, I guess.
When you look in there, it says how many lines of credit, and it says 30 whatever, and 30 of them are closed. I don't care because I monitor mine every month. I get an alert every month. Hey, your debt went down. You had an inquiry on your bureau, whatever the case may be. And so I look at it every month. I do. Sometimes if I'm in my office just working, I'll just click on it and make sure everything's copacetic on there, and we're all doing good. But
well, that's what you tell people most of the time too, is that they need to kind of stay. It's not something you have to look at every day, like the weather or whatever, but you need to kind of a couple times a month, maybe just dial into it and take a look. And even some of I know you talk about this has not been good, but some of those free apps, and I'm gonna throw it out there, they can keep a pretty good close. They're not as good as maybe with your bank or something, but they can give you at least a generalized look to where it may not be perfect, but if there's a hitch, it'll let you know.
No doubt about it.
So you need to at least try to stay on top of that.
Yeah, they run around and they don't realize that let me just give you a quick synopsis what happens. If you came into a dealership that I was running years ago, many years, let's say 20 years ago, and you filled, and I got your social security number because I had a card, like bigger than an index card, and I wrote your name and I had you fill out name, number, address, date of birth, social security number, then you signed it on your BVA for a test drive. That's well, we got to get all this information to make sure you are who you are, and you can go out and test drive it on yourself. You have 1 hour. We need the car returned. Blah blah blah. While you were gone, we ran your bureau because you didn't read all the fine print on there, and we sent it out to a dozen banks and started pitting one against the other. So there's 11 inquiries. The one that we did, plus what our banks did, and that's where you get in trouble. Here's what you should find is a dealer that never asks for your social security number until you're buying. And for everybody that keeps sending me the text messages and the questions, yes, you have to give out your social even if you're paying cash. Your social goes with your vehicle. Once they plug all this in, they have a deal called red flag. And if your deal is flagged, they cannot contract you by law. And so even if you're paying cash, I get a lot of people, hey, I'm at this dealership and I'm writing them a check and they want my social. You bet they do. Your social goes with your car. Remember that. There's no way around it. You're going to put your social security number with your car.
You can put my social security on there if you'd like. Then I'll just come and borrow it every now and then.
So that way they can trace things quicker. They can help fight crime better. But here's the thing. When you sign up, what I did was I have protection on my bureau, an insurance policy that if somebody fringes on my credit and they don't alert me and they don't let me know, they owe me a lot of money.
That's happened to you a couple of times.
Yep,
too,
and it's only $20 a month. And I get it. Not everybody wants to subscribe to $20 a month. But I'm in a suit with them right now where they owe me that policy because my credit was infringed with a guy in Chicago.
I'm sorry. I'm
who's got
about
felony
that.
cases pending. And they went,
1 minute.
We didn't see it. So when you're out shopping for a car, here's the thing. Have fun shopping. If you give them your social, they're going to shop for the best rate, even if you're not buying.
And if you
don't give out your social, all you need is your license and your insurance.
And if you go somewhere else, it's already run. You're
locked in.
You're locked into what they did.
Yep.
So that's a real big point. Do not give your social until it's time for you're ready to say, yes, this is a vehicle I want. Let's move forward.
Yeah. Remember, when you're working your car deal, you can tell them, I've got good credit. Figure it that way. If they don't, get
30
out.
seconds.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. It's the Automotive Ed Radio Show here with the man, Big Wheel Bo Carver.
And Major Maddie.
Major Maddie. Minutes with Maddie.
There
Coming
you go.
soon to a radio
Automotive Ed's
station
radio
near you.
show near you. Yes.
We'll be right back.
That's a bit groove there. Oh, here we go. The Boogeyman. We'll have to find out. Maddie, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So one of our good listeners says, Ronnie Swain said, would Maddie hug me? I don't know if I will.
I don't know him, so probably not.
Yeah, why do you put Maddie on the spot like that?
Well, he's asking the question.
Well, you put Maddie on the spot.
Well, I don't want to say no to him if she might.
Oh, Maddie's not going to. If she don't know you, you're
They
getting
want to start with a handshake.
Yeah.
Maybe the goodbye could be a side
Maddie
hug.
doesn't know you.
Maddie, are you still in love?
Wow. Bo, why do you do that?
Well, I just want to know if she's still.
What was
she
the
never even
question?
said she was in love.
Well, doesn't she have a boyfriend?
Well,
What was the question?
Are you still in love?
Maddie, plead the fifth.
I am.
You pleading the fifth, or are you still in love? Which is the one?
Well, I love my boyfriend.
Well, there you go. See, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with you?
Well, what's wrong with you? Because you always say, "I love my wife. I love."
Well,
my
I'm
kid."
married. I don't get into people's personal
But
business.
she has a boyfriend.
Well, you go just you love him.
Well, we
Wow.
seek the truth here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show.
Man,
He got straight to the point.
We try to be
Maddie,
transparent.
I'm sorry, Maddie. I've told him not to do that, but
Maddie,
he keeps poking his nose,
Well, she should be happy.
poking the bear.
Poking the bear. What is it? She might have said, no, we broke up last week. And I said, well, good. We got
Okay, then you would salt that wound by bringing it up.
No, I would not say, Maddie, I guarantee there's a dozen people I know right now that's happy to hear that and wants to meet you.
That'd be wrong. You can't be a matchmaker neither. What if he cheated with her best friend and you bring it up on the radio? How bad would that be?
Well, maybe she could, relieve.
That'd be pretty bad.
Yeah, see, Bo? You'd be salting her, and then she'd start crying, and then we wouldn't get nothing done the next 2 hours.
I don't see Maddie as a crier. I see her.
What do you mean? Maddie's got emotion.
I'm not saying she didn't have emotion. I'm just saying I think she'd go like, okay, whatever. I'm moving on. I got a bunch of people who want to be with me.
Hey, heartbreak's heartbreak.
I may cry probably for a day and then forget about it.
Okay, so why would you make her want to cry, Bo?
I don't want to make her want to cry. I want to be like, bring joy. Like this. Now, okay, Maddie, after that question.
Hey, just direct all the answers.
Are you feeling joy or are you feeling like down?
Hey, just tell them, hey, I've got a second dad.
It's making her laugh, so she's having a good time.
You just tell him I got a second dad. His name's Kurt. I'll direct all questions to him.
Would you really?
You can direct all questions to my manager, Kurt.
There we go.
You really want that?
Yeah, you do.
I kind of want to see how he answers.
Yeah,
I'll cut for you, Maddie. You'll be happy with my answer. Believe me, I've raised a beautiful young lady. It's. The first one that showed up and called me Pops, he never came back.
That's greatness.
If you don't like the Bee Gees, you're deaf. You just can't hear them, man. They are the best. We can make it. I can see him dancing with that girl right now on the floor. But then when he says more than a woman, all I can see is my wife's beautiful face. More than a woman to me.
You got too much woman's what you got.
I do. I'm a winner chicken dinner.
For a long time.
All right. 214 Nikki. Nikki McClure-eyed and love her. She says, Maddie is a car girl in training.
Yeah.
I love Nikki. I haven't heard from Nikki in a long, long time. This girl's got a heart of gold. We got to do some projects at the now closed Sally B. Elliott. And she worked in service with me at, not with me, but at the same dealership with, she worked for Greg Bernard at Dave McDavid. And Nikki's in charge. There's nothing Nikki's not in charge of. I'm sure if I met her husband and I say Nikki, he's looking over his shoulder to find out where she is. She is the best. So thanks for tuning in, Nikki. Always good to have you with us.
We do have a question. Dad Greg, good morning. Thanks for tuning in. He says, if you got an idea what you're looking for, what's the time frame look like? I'm guessing what he's asking is if you're looking for a particular vehicle and you find it, what's the timeline for that? I'm thinking. Is that how you read that?
Elaborate a little bit more there,
Dag. Yeah, give us or call in.
Yeah.
Why don't you give us a call at 214-787-1190. I'll put it on here. Call us and ask us the question.
Hey, for everybody that's out there buying cars, understand used cars are going up again. Going up. I appraised some cars last month. I appraised one at 17.2. They gave me 18.5 at the dealership on Thursday. I appraised Cadillac at 22.5. They gave me $25,000 for the car on Thursday. I appraised a Volkswagen Tiguan 3 months ago for $16,500, I believe, and they hit him at $18,000 on that vehicle yesterday. And it's funny because some of the guys are going, "Hey, Kurt, you're getting a little light in the britches on your money." No, I'm not. The market is going up. It's going up. The trend is going up. It's not going down. And so understand that a $30,000 vehicle that you might have looked at is now 31, 32 based on miles and condition. That's the one all end all. But here's the problem that you're going to have. They're saying 250,000 flood cars all over the state and a couple of million cars with bogus inspection stickers. And they say, okay, well, you got a bogus inspection sticker, but the car is still running. Why did they have to have a bogus inspection sticker on it in the first place?
How'd they know that it would be bogus?
Well, because you had that crackdown on that place. The first one was in Fort Worth. They were doing 300 inspections a week, and the state staked out the place, and there was nobody there. Only the person printing off the stickers. So he's loading in all these VIN numbers for friends or whoever, I guess. I don't know all the exact details, but they cracked down and they called the owner. He goes, "That's not my bill." He goes, "I own the property, but I'm leasing it too." And so they loaded him up and took him to jail for giving out. Now you figure 300 a week, and he's been doing it for years. How many cars are out there? You know, that maybe they didn't have the money for the tires. There's a problem with the exhaust system. It wouldn't pass emissions. The catalytic converter was out. So many different things that could be a flag where it's not going to pass inspection. Blinkers didn't work. The horn didn't work. And now they're all over the road. And so double and triple check that car. And luckily this week I had 2 vehicles that I stopped the transaction. And if you could have seen the look on the seller's face, it was priceless. And I looked at the car and I went, "Hang on just a second here. Pull that spare out." And he goes, and the guy was like wanting me to stop. And I went, "No, pull that out." We start looking at the vehicle. I went, "Don't buy this car." He said, "Why? This car's been underwater." "No, it is not." "Well, I'm saying it is. And I'm telling you, do not buy this car." "What is he selling it for?" And I went, so I pulled it up. I had my phone. I went, "Look, this car retails at $22,000 average. Why is he selling you the car at $15,000? Why? It's got a clear title. Why?" "Well, he told me, just because you showed up, he's pricing this out better than anybody in town. Don't buy this car." And we left. And they called me and said, "Hey, we want to thank you a bunch. We didn't buy the automobile," whatever the case may be. And then the other one was a truck. And once we started looking at it, there was frame damage. We could see the welds. And I mean, it was tough. I mean, when you looked at the truck, for the average lay person would have looked at the pickup truck and go, "Wow, this is a good looking truck." And it was a good looking truck till we got it on the rack. And I went, something's not right here. That guy is way too edgy about getting rid of this truck. And he was so hesitant about you having somebody put another set of eyes on it. It's just like, you know, when you have a medical issue, I'm shocked how many people don't get a second opinion. With my son, we got a third opinion and prevented surgery, and he's just fine. So before you spend all of your money on a pre-owned, you're buying from an individual that you don't know, or you're buying from a box store, which is a pre-owned lot wherever, and there's no accountability because there's a company, there's no
Joe Bag of Donuts,
you know,
Motors,
Mike Brosnan, Crest, Justin Crane, Burleson Nissan, Jesse Hull, Classic. We have people to connect you with, the owners, to walk in and go, "Hey, you misrepresented this car."
And a dealership that is behind it too.
"Yeah, you sold me a really bad bucket of bolts." We take all of that out of there. None of my dealers have we ever had a problem with misrepresenting a car.
Well,
now, you will buy cars with as is, which means you're buying the car as is. If you're buying a used car with no warranty implied, You sign the as is form. And that's why you drive the car off the lot. As is. And I went to court numerous times where the judge goes, I'll never forget the judge says, Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so, I got 2 questions for you. Were you intoxicated or medicated when you bought the car? And the guy goes, well, absolutely not. And he goes, did they put a gun to your head when you were signing? He goes, absolutely not. He said, this is your car. He goes, but Your Honor, and you know what the judge said? I used to be a general manager at the car dealership, and here's the deal. And he goes, Mr. Chase, keep crossing your T's and dotting your I's. And there was a problem. You know, the people took it out on a very long road trip. It had high mileage. It started having some issues. It was not a 6-hour road trip worthy car. We told them some of the issues on the car, and it was all listed. But it's different times now. Everything's put in the computer, and are you going to rely on the computer? All the car services that are out there that says clean. That doesn't mean that it's clean, because maybe there's some information that was not given to them to put in the system to show that the car's not clean.
Nikki McClure says if the price is too good to be true, there's probably a reason.
That's right. No doubt about it. Because I think she also made another great point. Price and service department near you are both equally important when making a decision on your next vehicle. 100%.
Yeah, that's real important.
You know, I know there's a lot of people. I had one call me the other day and said, hey, I bought this car at McKinney, Eldorado Chevrolet, but I live out in Fort Worth. He said, you know, they offered me 3 free oil changes if I'll take all their stuff off the car. I'm like, that's on you.
Yeah.
But we're here just to make sure you get the right deal, the right place, the right people. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. I'm Kurt Chase with the great one, Big Wheel Bo Carver. Major Maddie back in studio. We'll be right back.
Thanks everybody for tuning in with us this morning. We, if you haven't heard yet, we are going to be half a show today. We'll be out at 10 o'clock. UNT football is taking over. So just let you know that that's what's going to happen. So you need to be in early. Tell your friends and neighbors, like and share the broadcast so they can get at least another good hour and 15 minutes of our broadcast here on the Facebook page and LinkedIn and YouTube. So we're going to be.
Did they also tell you about the game today, aside from me telling you?
Yeah, we're on till 10.
Okay, who told you?
Lance Ludwig.
Late in the week, I might add.
He said today and next Saturday, both were on till 10.
Why he didn't share with me?
Well, we didn't know about it till late.
He called me yesterday.
Well, I didn't know about it until I called Mr. Chase, and he was very surprised.
Yeah. Well, he called me Wednesday, and I went, no, tell me it's not true. And then he gave me the rundown. Today and next Saturday are both 8 to 10. And then the next week, it's a Friday game. Then the next week, it's a late Saturday game. And then I think October 18th is 8 to 10. And then the rest of them are TBD.
Gotcha.
You want me to send you the schedule?
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't know that we were out today at 10?
No, I only knew because Larry had asked me if I could cover the game, and I was like, what game?
Oh. So you're going to still be there anyway, right?
No, I'm leaving after 10. Ronaldo's coming in.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for taking care of us, Major Maddie.
Of course.
Always appreciate that. But we're jamming.
You know, whenever Maddie gets married, and I'm going to be the one that stands up in the wedding, and I'm going to be the one to object.
We'll do it together.
Yeah.
Like on both sides.
Is there anyone here that can find a reason me and Bo will both stand up with our hand up?
We do.
Maddie's not going to invite us now.
No, I see that going.
Tell Anna and
I
Dave,
think she's already got the pen scratching. Like
do not let those two
Big
near
Will's
the,
Bo.
In fact, don't even tell them.
Out. Kurt is out.
Because I'd go right up there. Well,
we'd
hang
get up
on
there.
a minute
We'd
here.
run up there.
I
No,
got a
Maddie.
few questions about
Maddie's
this
too
whole
good
thing.
for anybody. No.
No.
That's true. Try to save you, Maddie.
Yeah, we need to know your credit score. We need to know your income.
We're going to do a background check.
Yeah, your inheritance. We need to know it all.
Nikki says, "Get him, Maddie." She's our major.
You got 10 seconds.
All right, we'll try to behave ourselves in the next 10 seconds.
You better.
Well, Nikki's on your side.
Yep. I'm on Nikki's side. I don't care what's going on. Nikki, you do not want to be on Nikki's bad side. I'm telling you what, there are people who wouldn't even go back to service. They were scared to death of her. First time I met her, she goes, "And you need what?" And I went,
"And you need what?"
I went back to Greg. I said, "Does she understand I'm one of the managers?" I said, "She don't care." I said,
"You need what?"
Yeah.
That's good.
He said, "If I were you, I'd just stay away from her." I'm like,
just go around her.
I'm like, okay, we'll do that.
That's funny.
Hey, this segment of the show is brought to you by Freeman Toyota, located on the affordable side of the Metroplex. Get this month, 39-month lease. You're going to dig this. On a 2026 Toyota Tundra Crewmax SR 4x4. 4x4 Toyota Tundra, $397 a month, nothing out of pocket. No security deposit, no cash or trade down.
Wow.
$397 a month. 39 months.
Insane.
Yeah, I was just over there the other day, and a couple of my friends took delivery. 1.75% APR for 72 months, where you pick up $3,000 in discounts. They have the Toyota Corolla, $209 a month on a 36-month lease. They have $249 on a Camry LE, 36-month lease. And then they have the RAV4, $299 a month, or APR at 4%, 4.75 for 60 months, and on and on and on. But here's the thing. Get more and pay nothing only at Freeman Toyota. You get a 7-year, 100,000-mile service contract just for buying a new and select used vehicles at Freeman Toyota. So you're not paying for it. Well, you pay on average about $1,800 to $2,200 for. I was just sitting with Dane Miner, the general manager, the other day in his office. I love that guy. Not only is he a God-fearing man, he is a great, great person. I've known him for 40 years. And
I forget we have a caller on hold.
He goes above and beyond. 7-year, 100,000-mile service contract, no charge. Get more, pay nothing, only on the affordable side of the Metroplex at Freeman Toyota. Log on out of freemantoyota.com. That's freemantoyota.com. Let's go to the Automotive Edge hotline. Who do we have with us today?
Hey, good morning, Kurt and Bo. This is Dad Greg. How y'all doing this morning?
Dad Greg, how are you, buddy?
What's happening, man? Good to hear your voice.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing good. Finally got over the jet lag coming back from our vacation in Hawaii.
Oh, tough life.
Yeah, everything's good.
And how is Hawaii? I heard it's really, really, really expensive.
Yes, sir, that would be true. But since how I'm a native Texan, California transplant, the prices weren't too shocking to us. But it seems like everywhere you go, people got their hands stuck out for that automatic tip thing going on.
Oh,
so
wow. Of course.
That'll catch up to you quick.
Gotcha. What do you got for us, Dag?
But yeah, they got a they got a nice little military hotel out there for folks to stay in. So that kind of helps out with the pricing and resort fees and stuff like that. Sitting on right there on Waikiki Beach. So
Sweet.
that part of it helps out a lot. And It's a really nice resort. So
Good.
So did you have a question for us?
I did. I was calling in this morning because I got an 04 Silverado sitting outside with about 115,000 miles on it. It's doing good, but man, she sure is getting old. So I've been poking around and eyeballing and looking at all the new ones coming out. And I was thinking that probably after the 1st of October, pulling the trigger on one of these new high countries, 5.3 four-wheel drives. Right. Something a little nice for Papa, since Papa's looking older, and probably this might be my last new one that I get. So, but yeah, my question is this: we got a couple dealers down here in San Antonio. Not in particular to either one. I haven't really dealt with any of the dealers down here, but my question is, what's the time frame look like for you to be able to reach out to your contacts and say, hey, I got this guy, here's what he's looking for? Because, with the internet, you can actually look at the window stickers and say, hey, yeah, I like everything I see on this one. But then you go on vacation, come back, and somebody done bought it. So,
Yep.
That does happen. But yeah, that's my question: is how long of a time frame does it take for you to reach out to say, hey, here's what he's looking for? He says you have one on the lot, or you don't have one.
30 minutes.
I guess that's pretty much my question.
I got 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
If you sent me the color and the options that you're wanting on the pickup truck, I've got a buddy, he owns 3 Chevy stores, and I send him the information and he responds immediately. And the other thing too is if he doesn't have it, there's other dealers that will trade their inventory to him, being one of the big dealers up here in the DFW area. And so I get that all the time. People send me what they're looking for. I type it in the system, I shoot it out, and I get a response within either minutes, no longer than 30 minutes. I know exactly where that pickup truck is. And sometimes they'll tell me, Deg, hey, I don't have it, but it's in San Antonio, or it's in Houston, or it's in Austin. And then I actually call that dealer and say, hey, I've got a buddy that's looking for that exact truck. I tell him who I am, what I do, so we can cut through all the, the BS. And then I said, what can we do on that truck? And then I call that consumer. I just had one that the only truck that was available was Oklahoma City. Very, very specific on the gear ratios, everything that he needed. And we found the truck in Oklahoma City and brought it in town for him, and he took delivery of it on Wednesday. So
okay, all right.
Are you
30 minutes? Huh? All right,
yeah. Dag, are you looking to trade your other truck? Are you looking to trade your truck?
No.
Okay.
No, I think one of my boys, once he comes back from being stationed over in Japan,
okay,
I think he's going to take ownership of it. So.
Okay, good. Well, then you'll be in good shape. That'll be out of the way, and Kurt can get right on it and fix you up and make you a smiley face.
Yeah, I'll have Bo. I'll have Bo shoot you my cell number, and then you can just give me a call. I'll get the details, and then give me about 30 minutes. I'll call you back. We'll hook you up. And I like the high country because I just sold my high country, and I had it. I'm telling you what, I've never owned a nicer truck. Liked everything about it.
I've set my butt in one whenever they had the auto show down here, and I was like, man, I like this one.
Yep, no doubt about it.
I'll IM you on Facebook. If not, I'll reach out to your brother. Get you the number.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, bro.
All right, Dave. Thanks for the call.
Good. Kurt.
Take care.
Buddy.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Let's take a quick break. Go in the top of the hour. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Charlie Davis.
Hello, Charlie.
Saying good morning to us. Appreciate that as always. Charlie's on the high list of fan. He gets the fan points.
Yeah, he's right there at the top. Hey, I want to give a shout out to my dear friend Cindy Beauclair. She had surgery.
I saw that on Facebook.
And we're praying for a quick, well, I'm going to tell you what, as tough a girl as she is, that girl's going to be up and running in no time.
Yeah.
You can't slow Cindy down. But our prayers for quick healing go out to our sister Cindy. And hope you pop up and you're running. And I know she got Christian jumping around that house right now. But yeah, we saw her post and we sent her some love, and hopefully everything will be fine really, really, really quick. Her doctor that she works for did the surgery on my shoulder when I tore my rotator cuff. Yep, she was there the whole time, and I woke up and there was Cindy.
Well, it's always nice to have people come. I had a very, very special doctor come see me when I was in the hospital.
Yep, you did.
He got ran out of the hospital, but he was real special.
Yeah, they wanted to arrest him.
Handcuff him and escort him out. But he had the right diagnosis, though.
You know what's amazing? When you go into a hospital, you know what the first thing they say?
Well, they say a lot of things. But
what's the first thing they say?
Like, as a patient, you mean?
No, when you come through the front door of a doctor's office, hospital, what's the first thing they say?
You need to sign in.
Nope.
What?
How are you today?
Oh. Well, I wouldn't be coming through here if I was feeling great.
Yeah, it's like you're standing there. You know,
how you feeling?
You got blood oozing out of your face. How you doing? I'm great. Had nothing better to do. Figured we'd come by and have a soda.
Thought we'd chit chat a little bit. Everything's great.
Yeah, so I was in the hospital.
We need to try that one day. Roll me in like a wheelchair, like we go in there and they go, "Hi Joe, how are you?"
Buddy, I was in there 2 weeks ago. Same thing. How you doing? I said, how do I look like I'm doing?
How you doing?
So when I fractured my 2 vertebrae, I'm in the back of the truck, laid down on the floor, and she opens the door. She goes,
"How you doing?
How you doing, Mr. Chase?" Well, you know, I'm down here on the back floor of my truck. I'm doing pretty good.
This is just a stunt. We just
you know what she said?
What?
You should have called 911 because when this big old boy out here pulls you out of that truck,
you ain't gonna like it, huh?
She goes, let me just tell you, I'm going to give you a quick thing to think about. I've heard every word in the book 10 times over, so whatever comes out of your mouth ain't going to offend me a bit. And I look over, and this guy looked like Tyler Smith of the Dallas Cowboys, and he goes, Mr. Chase, and I was like, oh, boy. He goes, I'm going to have to pull you out of that truck. We're going to do it. But once we get started, we're not stopping and get you on this gurney and get you some pain medicine. I was like, boy, oh, boy.
Can you imagine how some of those football players feel when they get, racked out pretty good and having to be carried off the field?
350 pounds. You got to get him out of there.
You got broken ribs or whatever else. They gotta be hurting.
Yeah, he goes, take a deep breath. I went, He goes, take a deep breath now, because once I start, I'm not stopping. I'm like, and you got no say so. I got 2 fractured vertebrae.
I wish that.
And so they hit me up with the morphine and everything. He looks at me, and goes,
"How you feeling?
Call 911 next time."
I wish I'd have been there and do the live feed while you were getting out of that back of that truck.
Well, see, Kurt, because when I'm in a hospital, I'm bringing humor. Yeah. I'm not coming in there and I'm not boo-hooing and crying. And even if, it's time for you to go meet Jesus, we're going to find something good to talk about. I'm not that guy. And when my brother, Larry, was getting his, he had surgery. He had a tumor taken out of his neck. And he had all these tubes hooked up and he couldn't eat. It was only intravenously. We showed up with tacos and pizza and fried chicken. Those nurses were livid. And I took that piece.
He's only supposed to be on applesauce.
No, he was fed intravenously.
Oh,
they take a piece of fried chicken and rub it by his nose.
Oh, yeah, we're just kidding.
Oh, those nurses were like, this isn't even funny.
He wasn't even laughing either, was he?
Oh, he was. Yeah, he knew. And so, it's you just find there is
a silver lining. What do they call it? Silver lining and everything.
Yeah. And so the doctor goes, I got to tell you something. This is really not helping your brother. No, quite contrary, O'Hare. It is helping him because he's laughing, and happiness is the best healing to the soul of
no doubt.
Anything you can do.
That's a fact. It's been proven, actually.
And, when Bo was in the hospital and I came in and did my little thing, the hospital didn't really care for it, but we sure had a good time.
Well, especially when the doctor came in and gave me the looked at me and told me what I had.
Now, hang on. Before he did anything.
Before he did they hadn't done nothing. I mean,
he asked a few questions and automatically.
I was in there for 2 or 3 days and they were doing
ready to run a register.
And he was cha-ching and he goes like, we think you have console. And I looked over at Kurt. We both just spewed out laughing like.
Yeah. Well, I rewrote that chart.
It was crazy.
214-787-1190. Head to the home of the Love It or Leave It Promise. Grapevine Ford, 121. Right there between Texan Trail and Main Street. And see Cameron or Cameron. And I want to thank those guys. They took care of JB and Jordan, and they're in their brand new Ford and took it home. They're going to be sending me a picture hopefully here pretty soon of them standing with their new car and their first new car to buy. And I couldn't be happier. And then a buddy of mine that I haven't spoke to in many, many, many years calls me up and said, "You still helping people?" I said, "I am." And went over and got his new Ford F-150 and called me up and said, "You know, Kurt, I don't know whether I got a good deal or not, but they couldn't have been any nicer to help me out." That's a good car deal right there.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "It worked out. I knew how much cash I had. He's retired. He just wanted to write a check for a truck. And he couldn't have been any happier." So I want to thank everybody over there at Grapevine Ford. Chaz Gilmore, managing partner. You got a great staff. And all you got to do is when you get there, one thing that a lot of listeners are not doing is use my name. Wednesday, I want to talk to the manager. Kurt Chase from the Automotive Edge radio show sent me here. And they'll put you with their most knowledgeable top sales representative and get the deal done. You don't have all the back and forth and if I could, would you, and shoulda, coulda, woulda, Hannah, canna, panna. You don't have that problem. But when you just walk in, you go, "Hey, Kurt, you know, no, let me tell you, I am a name dropper. I'm a name dropper. When I go somewhere and I want to get in and get out, I'll say, 'Hey, is so-and-so here?' No, they're not. Well, who would be next in line?" I'm not real patient when it comes to spending money. I want to get what I want to get and get out. And I make it really, really simple. Here's what I want to do. And the ones that don't want to play along, I'm out. I was just looking for a sports coat the other day. And I walked in, I told the guy, I said, "I don't want a standard sport coat. I want something, with that kind of plaid look." He goes, "They're over there."
It's just over there.
I walked out the front door.
You went over there, didn't you? You went over to the next place.
I went out there.
Went out the door. That's pretty funny.
And he was just watching me, and I never said a word. I went, "You have got to be kidding me. That sports coat's about $300. And you're just going to point like a dog out in the hunting field." No, I'm out. At Grapevine Ford, go see Cameron or Cameron and let them know you're listening to the Automotive Ed radio show and enjoy the true home of the Love It or Leave It Promise. Let me tell you, their 2025 inventory, they need it gone. Not only when you pull up to the dealership, you see their inventory, they got a storage lot down the road with probably 300-400 vehicles on it, and they need to liquidate everything. This is the end of the year for the auto industry because all the 26s are now coming in. They're pouring in. These 25s have got to go. The place, grapevineford.com. All right, I was kind of blown away. The people holding on to their cars, it continued to climb, 12.8 years now. The average vehicle on the road in the United States. That's a long, long, long time. The U.S. fleet, there's 289 million cars in operation, and they're keeping them longer. But here's the thing. They're building them better for people to keep them longer. But there's always that hiccup or that time in the American economy where if you're looking for something, there's times that are not too good and times that are okay and times that are really good. And this September, a lot of times I'm going to my dealers, my sponsors and non-sponsors walking and going. I was at a Volkswagen store the other day for a listener looking at a Volkswagen Tiguan. And he's like, "Hey, look, whatever it takes, I want these gone." You should see the look on his face, and I knew it. He goes, hey, Miss Chase, come here. Here's the invoice. We got this much money on it. That's what I'll sell it for. I called him up. And I'm like, hey, it's time. Come get your Tiguan. And they did. They drove up there, and there was no games, no, shell games going on.
Well, that's what you do for the customer, where you don't have to face the guy like you did wanting to know where the plaid jacket was, and he just points over there. You get taken care of, so you have a lot of things out of the way before you even go to the dealership. It's know before you go, know your trade value, know what to expect, know what to do, and all those things can be out of the way by just going to the automotiveedge.com and just getting Kurt involved. Just go there, leave your name and number, and say, hey, I'm interested in a vehicle, the type or whatever, or just not sure. Let him help you. And guess what? There's no charge for that. And I don't know any place anymore. And nowadays, you're going to get that kind of service without paying for it.
Well, I've been telling you all along that the average selling car was about $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
The average pre-owned car was $30,000. Well, get this. Now, because of all the rebates and incentives and discount, that number's dropped by almost $5,000. Now, still the average car is $44,750, but that's putting everything in there. Lamborghini, Bentleys,
right.
Porsche, everything. But overall, if it's come down $5,000, the big rebates and incentives are not in supercars and the upscale luxury brands. They're not. They're in your great American built cars, your Ford, your Chevy, your Dodge, your Toyotas, your Mazda, your Volkswagen, vehicles along those lines. Subaru, I always tell me Subaru doesn't have hardly any markup in it, period. Neither does Volkswagen. Very, very little markup in it. But on average, if you were to pull out all your high-end cars, that number would really drop. Now, on the pre-owned side of things, it's still high at right at $30,000 for pre-owned automobiles on average. Pre-owned is really moving up the ladder. You realize it's a 3-to-1. If the SARS, which is the sales annual adjusted rate, is 15,000, they're going to do 45,000 pre-owned. Right now, they're tracking 17,000 new, but because of the used car market, that's probably going to come in about 42,000 because of availability. And so what do? They go, oh, hang on a second here. Used cars are up, and now we have a bigger opportunity to sell new, so let's dump all the rebates and incentives and discounts and get rid of the 2025s. Across the board, the EV sales are way, way, way down. The big problem is everybody that has a pre-owned EV, they're having really problems selling pre-owned EVs. People are very, very skeptical about buying a pre-owned EV because of the cost of the batteries. And people say, what's the average battery? We heard it's 25,000. Well, it could be, depending on the vehicle, up to, I've seen that one at $34,000.
And there's still not a lot of knowledge about how long they may last and all the things that could be involved with that. So it's a scary proposition to reach out there and grab one of those.
Yep. The average monthly payment finance was down last month. It dropped down, which is still a huge number, $743 a month. That's a lot of money. And then on the pre-owned, it was a little over $500 a month on a pre-owned vehicle. Think about that. Well, now is the time to beat all those numbers based on what you're looking at. I'm telling you, some of the deals that are out there are absolutely incredible. I had one dealer. I said, how'd your week go? He goes, horrible. I go, why? He said, we sold 36 cars. I went, that's a good week. He goes, no, we lost to average almost $2,000 a car getting rid of them.
Oh,
like, whoa. Says 72 G's right up front. But that will just let you know the dealers want these 2025s gone. There's some dealers still have some brand new 2024s. A lot of it's commercial or big vans or transit vans or whatever the case may be. But you're needing one now for your business or your church or school. Now's a great time to buy.
It actually will cost them more though if they don't get it off the lot.
Yep. Interest rates on pre-owned on average was 7.25, dropped down to 6.4. And it's going to come down again, depending on where you go. There's a couple of credit unions out there I saw that are in the 4s on pre-owned. But there are criteria, 20% down, plus your TT&L. It's not like you just walk in and get that rate unless you're a super high tier and it books out to meet their portfolio. But a lot of them, the rates are with so much money down, there's equity in their portfolio before you run over. Well, I got the rate beat at 449, which they did, but when they got there, the down payment was double. And so they came back and paid 515 with half the amount of money down. And when you look at a half a point, which is about $13, they kept more money in the bank. So everything needs to have a make sense when you're doing the numbers on it. And that's what I do. I tell people, hey, here's what you do.
When you do.
When you're buying an automobile is do the math. Does APR work out? Or does rebate work? There's a bunch of cars out there that have like no incentives on it, and you're going to want to take the APR. But I tell people, let's just have a quick conversation. I mean, if you only want to text an email, I'm in. But if you want to have a conversation on how to do this really quick, we can do that as well. 214-787-1190. Okay, here's my next beef. How come now growing up, when you were in a restaurant, did you I never used a straw at a restaurant.
I still don't. I don't use straws. I don't like straws. One of the reasons I don't like straws is the fact that if you get a cold drink with ice, it's always colder at the top because that's where the ice is. If you get a straw, you're sucking from the bottom and it's not as cold. Plus, if you do a real cold drink, that's when you get the head freezes is through a straw. If you drink it like a shake or a
malt. How did you drink your Slurpee?
I drank it.
You drank a Slurpee?
Yeah. I didn't get a lot of Slurpees, so I wasn't a big Slurpee freak. But most anything, even shakes and all that, I drink it. I don't use a straw.
Well,
but
I think it's so funny. The waitress or waiter walks up now and they got 500 straws in their little deal they tie around their waist.
I know.
And then I didn't know they're still using paper straws. I put that thing in my mouth and I went, what the heck is that? It made drinking uncomfortable.
Yes.
I pulled that out and I went, what's the deal here? She goes, oh, we only use paper straws. I went, I'm not using a straw.
I never have really. I'm not saying I've never used a straw. I don't like using straws. And I basically, when they lay one down, I say, you might as well take that back because I don't use them.
You know, I remember growing up, they'd put the soda bottle right on your table.
Exactly.
And if you wanted a cup of ice, they'd bring it. Otherwise, the bottle was cold.
That's the way it was at the burger place when we went to Weatherford.
Yeah.
Not Weatherford, but Mineral Wells.
Mineral Wells.
That's how they did it right there.
What was that, Roscoe's?
That's not what it's called, was it?
What was it? Anyway, real good hamburger.
Yeah.
We walked in. It was like Norm walking into kids.
We were like the outcast right out the bat.
So do you request a straw, Maddie, when you go into a restaurant?
Yes.
Yeah. See, the younger folks, they said the younger generation only will use a straw. They will not drink out of a cup.
And why, Maddie?
It hurts my teeth.
Really? To drink out of a glass?
Huh.
Yeah, sometimes the ice is like hitting against my teeth. It hurts.
Well,
okay.
There we go.
There you go.
214-787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. Quick break. We'll be right back.
So Ronnie Swain goes like, he's looking at your shirt and he goes like, who races Cadillacs?
Who races what?
Cadillacs.
Cadillac. Oh, they're a
Cadillac.
huge racing team.
Well, you need to tell him because he's not sure about that.
Who's that, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Ronnie?
Ronnie asked that.
Only Yankees use straw. You mean Yankees?
There you go.
Hey, Ronnie, Cadillac is a huge, huge racing team. You look at any of the vehicles that are out there, whether it's Indy, NASCAR, Le Mans, Cadillac's out there. GM products, they're right in the middle of it. This racing that's coming to Arlington, you know, they're bringing the like when they run the Monaco and it's coming to Arlington. You'll see Cadillac out there. They're a big player. When they started designing their V series, they stormed the market when they came out with that V12. Everybody wanted that thing in the CT series, but yeah, Cadillac's right in the middle of the racing.
Yeah, well, there you go. Find something new every day. I didn't realize that either. I thought Cadillac was just drives like a Cadillac.
Yep.
I guess it drives like that on the racing teams too, huh?
I tell you what, I drove one the other day, and it was hard to leave.
Good vehicle.
But I like the CT5. I'm not a SUV guy.
Right.
And they had that V series in a manual transmission, that blue one on the showroom
CTS.
floor. Oh boy,
it's a nice ride, isn't it? It's a good looking vehicle too.
Yeah. He goes, "You want it?" And I said,
"I love it. I want it."
Goes,
yes.
You want to take it off the showroom? I'm like, no, don't do that. Yeah, it was a really nice discount on it too, and I got in it and I drove it. And it was weird because you got the small engine in there, and you're going, how well is this going to produce?
And goes, right?
Because you would figure a heavy car with a smaller engine, you're going to hear a bunch of road noise. You're going to hear that engine coming through the dash, and you didn't.
There you
It's
go.
nice. It's real nice. So,
I'd like to send out a too bad to the Texas Rangers because they will not be making the playoffs. Lost 3 straight to the Astros and then lost again last night. They had to win that series with the Astros. They had to.
you want to go with me next Thursday? A day game?
Sure. It'd be just me and you there, but let's go.
No. I got my 2 of my brothers going.
So 4 of us go? Yeah, I'm in. Definitely. It's like a 1 o'clock game.
1:30. Yeah.
So would I need to meet you here at
12:30.
Okay. Yeah, count me in.
Yeah, and it's sad that boy, they won 15 out of 19 games.
It's at the end, and it ain't gonna make it because of who they had to play. I mean, they had to win that series against the Astros. If they'd have done that, that was their season, and they didn't win one.
Yep.
The last I looked was they were 5 games now behind the Astros when they should have been tied or above. And Seattle.
Think Bucci's coming back?
I don't know. I doubt it. I think he's going to throw the towel in on this.
I do too. I think he's done because he was retired when they got him.
Right.
I think he's ready to go be a grandpa and a husband and a
Wouldn't
dad.
you? Seattle.
He's one of the all-time winning coaches ever. A lot of people don't realize how great a coach he is.
No, he was a great player.
Well, they call him general managers. They don't call him coaches.
Yeah, he was a great player too. Well, Seattle Nationals are tied. So somebody's going to win that division. It's coming down to the last game, probably.
So 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Don't be scared. We're going to get you an answer. If I don't have it right away, we're going to get it for you and make sure that your automotive needs are taken care of, just like the great folks over at Grapevine, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. I tell you, I don't know that a dealership's showroom can be more friendly. Boy, oh boy, is it nice. It's
well, it's brand new.
Yeah,
that's why it's nice.
Totally
too.
redesigned, but boy, they just made it to where it's friendly, that you can go to it and walk on the showroom floor and see, a different make and model versus being outside, depending on the heat. The heat's going away hopefully next week. But when you go through there and you take a look at what they have going on at the dealership, 0% APR. It's 0% APR on all Rams.
Wow.
Yeah. And no payments for 90 days.
Wow.
20% off MSRP on 2500s. 20% off 1500 Rebels, which you never see. 0% APR on the Pacifica. And 72 months available. 2026 Ram 1500. 0 for 72 on a brand new Ram. Plus no payments for 90 days. So you get 20 to 25% off 2026s. And then you have the Rebel, which is on sale, which is one of my all-time favorite truck. I think it's one of the coolest. I had a blue one. Loved it. They're going to hook you up. So 2025s and 2026s, big discounts, 0 APRs, and no payments for 90 days. So you won't have payment until December. So Merry Christmas early. The place, Grapevine Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram right there, William D. Tatum 121. Go to grapevinedodge.com. That's grapevinedodge.com. As for Dylan, he is the general sales manager. I thought this kid was like 18 years old when I met him. And smart guy, knows the business. He came up here from New Braunfels to take over the dealership and manage it for Brandon, the managing partner. And the inventory is big. And because of their total remodel from concrete to roof, they got this massive allocation of new vehicles. So they don't want them on their lot. They want them gone. They don't want to keep those in stock. They want those vehicles gone. So get them while they're hot. Get them while the deals are good. No payments for 90 days. Biggest discounts of the year. And remember, your trade-in values are higher than they have been since the end of COVID. Take it there, grapevinedodge.com. Okay, I'm going to run through some deals. We only got a couple of segments left. Best deals right now. And I want, for the haters, there's always the haters out there that go, well, you don't ever talk about anybody but your sponsors. Well, I do. You're not paying attention, and I do cover my sponsors first. But here's the best deal.
And what's wrong with that?
There's always haters.
I know, but what's wrong with that? And let's
make
it clear. We do have sponsors, but if they're not a high quality sponsor, they're not going to be a part of our show because we can't afford to lay it out there of just somebody being a sponsor.
Well, if they're not a high quality dealer,
that's what I'm
getting. A sponsor.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Is that if they don't meet the requirements that we are here sharing, what do you think that's going to make the show look like?
And all we ask for is a good partnership.
That's it. So, I don't get
why. There's always haters, man. They get up in the morning, they drink that haterade.
Right off the bat. Huh?
Or they put that misery in their coffee and start drinking it.
There it is.
Hey, best deals right now, the month of September. You're not going to beat this deal. $16,750 off a 2025 Chevy Silverado Crew Cab at Eldorado Chevrolet. Nobody is in comparison. There's some big discounts out there. We found 3 of them, but they had on average $3,000 worth of ads. Not at Eldorado Chevrolet and McKinney. $16,750 off, $5,500 off their Chevy Equinox. Burleson Nissan, $189 a month for a new Sentra. And get this. It's a lease, and then a 2025 Nissan Kicks, $22,148. Brand new 2025 Nissan Kicks, $22,000. How do you like me now? Freeman Toyota, lease a Corolla, $209 a month. Lease a Camry, $249 a month. The Mazda CX-50, that is one of the hottest selling products out there in the small SUV market. And they've got 1.9 for 60 months. And on the CX-90, which we've seen nothing on that, it's their new big bad boy SUV, 2.9 for 60 months. And now for the haters.
Drum roll, please.
The VW ID4 all-wheel drive Pro S, $209 a month. You have the Tiguan at $269 a month. I like the Tiguan. You know how they came up with the name Tiguan?
It sounds like a reptile, like a kind of a mean.
Iguana is part of it.
Okay.
But the T.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The TI is Tiguan. It was for a tiger. A tiger and an iguana.
Mix.
Tiguan. So you get everything you need, the drive, the handling, the aggressiveness of a tiger. And then I don't get what an iguana does, but okay. I don't know.
Go find out.
Yeah. And the Atlas, which they haven't really done a whole lot, 1.9%. My buddy David Gomez over at Highly Acura Fort Worth, where you are so highly appreciated. I'm telling you, it's the best sport/luxury product to drive out there. Absolutely love it. Right now, you get a 2025 Acura ADX, nothing due at signing, $429 a month. A 2025 Acura MDX. Now, that's their big bad boy. One of my favorite sport luxury products out there. There's only 2 really sport luxury products out there. One is the Acura and the other one's Audi. It's incredible what these vehicles do. But my number one, Acura MDX. $599 a month, 0 out of pocket. Or get the TLX, $499, 0 out of pocket. No security deposit required. On the Ford, get this, a Ford Escape. This is a $30,000 rig for $21,485 at Grapevine Ford, home of the Love It or Leave It promise. 2025 Ford Escape, MSRP $30,485, $21,485. And then they have a couple of the transit vans in there, brand new 2024 passenger XLTs, $10,000 off a transit van. You've never seen that before. A, they've never had enough inventory, and B, a lot of it goes to conversion. They have it in stock, $10,000 off. And we can help you with a whole lot more. If we didn't mention your brand, make, or model, all you got to do is go to theautomotiveedge.com, click on Kurt, and let us help you out. And we'll find you whatever you're looking for. If it's available, we'll find it. I had a buddy that was looking for a supercar, and I didn't know he had that kind of coin, but he something got sold or done, or somebody had passed. I don't know what the deal was, but he bought him a car, and he goes, I just can't find it. And I called my buddy Simon Crosley over at Avondale Motors, and he got it. He's got it coming in next month. So from whether it's a Kia over at Classic Kia Carrollton with Jesse Hull, new general manager, Alan Glover, we can help you out. So from Kia to Chevy to Ford to Volkswagen to Nissan, there's not a product that we don't have a connection. And it may not be with our sponsor. It may be somewhere else. So if they can't dealer trade it, we're going to get you with that dealer and make sure that your automotive needs are taken care of, that you're not taken advantage of, that you are assisted. 214-787-1190. Quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Charlie says you need to find a Lexus so that we can park right up close to the ballpark. But they have to have a sticker.
Yeah.
Now, my brother has one.
Yeah.
His wife drives a Lexus with the sticker on.
Well, we got Toyota parking.
Huh? Where you do that at? Toyota parking?
Yeah. Didn't you have that when you went, you and Matt? Where did you park with Matt?
Well, I think he parked on the other side.
Or you rode with me, didn't you?
Yeah, and he parked on the other side of the stadium. Remember, we had to wait on him.
Yeah, we parked right up at the door.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah.
It's not that far.
Well, you're old, so.
Well, you can drop me off and then go park.
You know what? They do not like Uber drop-offs.
Really?
Those cops are running up the car. Back in the car. This is not an unload zone.
Really? I didn't know that.
But when we went to the Cowboy game, I took my grandson to the Ravens preseason game with my son.
Right.
They have a unloading zone for Uber.
Well, that's smart, because why would a lot of people want to do that? They don't want to deal with the
out there,
parking,
Ranger,
or they're out there drinking or doing all that. They don't want to deal with that at the end of the game. They want to get in and go.
And they have a parking place for the Uber. They charge them a fortune to park out there.
Well, when I drove limousines and we had limo buses and we had all that, right? There was a place where we could park both Cowboy games and Ranger games that it was free. They had areas where we could go park. And then you would get a phone call from the person that you were driving or the group saying, hey, we're ready to come out. And they just came out to where you were.
Yeah.
And then they'd pile in and then you'd go. And then sometimes, if you were just in a town car, then you could go around and pick them up at a certain spot. And the Mavericks had a certain spot there at
they still do.
Yeah, where you could drop them off and pick them up. I used to drive the old owner of the Mavericks.
Don Carter.
Yep. Several times drove him there.
I was there when they had the grand opening of Don Carter Lanes.
That's pretty
it's
cool.
Bowling out there on Walnut Hill.
I drove a couple of Ranger, actually some not Ranger players, but some visiting ball players that was taken to the ballpark. I'd go down where you dropped them off at the club, like at their dressing room.
Really?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty fun times.
Yep.
Met a lot of people. Got to meet John Travolta, Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford's my size. When I saw him and met him, I'm going, I think I can take him. But on the movies, they make him bigger than life. Like,
oh yeah,
they make it like 6'2", or big guy, big powerful guy. I'm going like, dude. Drove Dolly Parton about 8-9 hours one day.
Okay.
What'd she say?
Okay, we have Ralph on hold.
Oh, thank you.
What is that?
On hold? You got him by the throat?
She goes, okay, we have Ralph on the phone. What was that?
Okay, we have Ralph on hold.
Well, Major Maddie got a little sense of humor today.
Yeah, she's needed. We're so excited about doing that Maddie Minute at some point in time.
I'm just going to call her out. She better start prepping for each show. We're going to surprise her and just call her out. And this next segment is Major Maddie.
Here we go.
And we're just not going to say a word.
No, it's going to be silence if she doesn't speak.
So you get a choice to ruin my show or start talking.
Yeah. There you go,
We'll just start
Maddie.
playing music and singing along.
There you go, a little karaoke. Karaoke Maddie.
Hey, this segment is brought to you by Classic Buick GMC Arlington. Go to classicarlington.com. Get this. I've never seen this before because GMC is very, very, very conservative on their vehicles. $14,250 off a 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. $7,000 off MSRP, $7,500 in rebates. If you've ever wanted a GMC truck, you will not see anything better than this. This is absolutely incredible what they're doing. Usually on average, you see 4,000 or 5,000 in discount, 14,250. 7,000 is in total savings on one of the cool cars out there, the Buick Encore. And I got to tell you, just drive it. It's one of the best looking, best driving compact luxury SUVs that's out there. And then you have the 2025 Acadia. Have never seen a discount this big. $4,000 in savings on the Acadia. And then you have the Hummer with all the different incentives, which ends, remember, it ends the end of this month. If you're looking for an EV, get it now because at the end of the month, it's gone. Thank goodness. We should have never, ever, ever been putting $7,500 on EVs, but take advantage of it while you can. The place, Classic Buick GMC, right there at 20 and Collins in Arlington. Go to classicarlington.com. That's classicarlington.com. When you get there, it's Jermaine Pearson. And if you forget any of this information, my cell number's on the website, theautomotiveedge.com. Call me, send me a text, and let me get you with the boss, Jermaine Pearson, classicarlington.com. Let's go to the Automotive Edge hotline. We have our buddy Ralph Paul joining us. Good morning, Ralph. How are you?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
We doing good. You got a big day today. We want everybody to know all about it because we're coming by. It is your 7th year anniversary at your CBD store in Keller there, 377 in Main Street, where you are changing lives the healthy way, not the highway, but the healthy way. Talk about what you got going on at the store today.
Well, again, it's our 7th year in business. We're one of the first stores. And what we're doing is give everybody a scratch off, and one person will win free CBD for 1 year. So we're doing that, and we've kind of got together with our neighbors. There's a boutique place. She's doing somebody who has hats and so forth. We've got a lady that came in our store. She's making organic coffee from 10 to 12, and it's free. And then we have happy hour from 4 to 6. We've got a margarita machine and free seltzers.
There we go.
So we've got all kinds of fun stuff going on.
And the big thing is to introduce people to the true world of CBD. You guys are not there about people just taking products and sitting around getting high. You're all about the health, and I can testify that every day I take a couple of those Anytime gummies. My wife takes the tincture. She also takes the nighttime gummies. If I've had a stressful day, I take one of the seltzers. She loves the Brain Boost at work. And everything that we're consuming from your company there's something in there that's really, really good for you.
Absolutely. You know, we're one of the few USDA approved organic CBD on the market. And, you know, the owner of the company is like my stepson, and he, you know, he's focused on health and wellness rather than, you know, how high we can get you. So it's been a real cool journey, and we've really enjoyed it. And we want to continue on.
Well, we have seen a lot of changes in people just coming in and out of there. And I know you've seen even a lot more, the changes in people's lives, of what your products have done for them. And thank God it's still existing.
Yeah, there's a lot of military people that are so excited, retired military, that have been on whatever medication, that are happy to see that they can still get their hands on CBD, that are not pumping prescriptions in their body. They're pumping good, healthy products. And I've got one of them that's a neighbor that buys your products, and he says, you know what? Other than one medicine, I scrapped the other 6.
Wow.
And I only put CBD in my body, and life is great. So thank you for what you do, your company, SunMed, the products that they offer, because they're life-changing. And you also have great results with one of the great things, and that's your product of Slim. Don't wait till January 1. Trim, excuse me. Start trimming now and enjoy the holidays.
Absolutely. With the trim, we have in a gummy and also a tablet. What it does, it targets the CB1 receptors in your brain, so therefore you're not hungry. There's no caffeine or stimulants in it. But again, all of our products are kind of like vitamins. It takes a little bit of time to get into your system.
Sure.
And what we really pride ourselves on is educating the people on how much to take, what to take. And you know, our staff is really educated about things of that nature, and our experience of being there 7 years.
No doubt about it. The place, yourcbdstorekeller.com. That's yourcbdstorekeller.com. Their big 7-year anniversary. My wife and I will be out there. We'd love to meet you and introduce you to the great folks that are changing lives. It's not about the high. It really is about the health. And just go to yourcbdstorekeller.com. There's the location. And remember, they ship for free. And start checking out your products now. Ralph, appreciate you, buddy. We will see you here shortly.
You got it. Thank you, gentlemen.
You bet. That's Ralph Paul, the owner. I'm telling you, when you meet Hannah and Chris, all the folks out there, Carol, these people
Jeremy.
Want to help you. Yeah. Jeremy's a hoot. He just put out a couple of videos. I was going to get to him. He just put out a couple of videos, and they're outstanding. But when you go in there, there's nothing better than being educated versus just picking something off the shelf and hoping that it works. They want to talk to you and it's great. It's called dialogue. It's this new thing we need to bring back where we're communicating and they find out. The place, yourcbdstorekeller.com. All right, let's get to some of the questions here because we only got one more segment after this. And I just want to kind of recap a couple of things. Let's find out, if not exact, as close to what you're looking for as we can get and help you out and get you the right dealer and make it a one-stop shop. And for you folks that just don't want to drive to a sponsored dealership, that's fine. I had some people in West, and they didn't want to go. They didn't want to drive all the way up to see a dealer. I said, that's fine. We found them a dealer in between, and we worked out their car deal. And they're going, how do you do this? I said, well, it's about a conversation and relationship. And some of the dealers work with me that are non-sponsor. I say, hey, you know, here's the deal. I host the Automotive Ed radio show. I got a listener. Can we put a deal together right now where when they come in, nothing changes other than maybe they didn't describe their trade right, or maybe they didn't tell me they had some hiccups on their credit. Other than that, the true price of that vehicle, we can lock that down. They can come in. You got to drive it. You got to drive the vehicle and make sure it's everything you thought it would be, because the test drive is the most important part, and then go in and sign the paperwork. And believe it or not, I have some dealers that say, hey, we don't broker, we don't do this. No, I don't broker. You don't have to pay me a dime for what I do. I don't charge them a dime, and they don't get it. And I understand everybody thinks everybody needs to make a nickel, but that's just not true. So before you run around getting inquiries, in fact, I got a text message, and the one guy said, I have 17 inquiries this week. Oh, my goodness. Mm-hmm. And so you don't need a Social Security number to shop. I want to be clear about that. You need a Social Security number to buy. And before you buy, let's make sure that we are on the same page and that you fully understand. We had some people went in and signed. They got their paperwork later, and they were on a 63-month lease. They thought they were on a 60-month buy. Not good. And now they had to go to the dealer, and they didn't get their paperwork till a month later. And now they're in there with the owner kicking and screaming and going, well, we'll have to refinance. No, you didn't do it right the first time. But you know what is said at the top right hand of the contract? Lease. And you didn't slow down long enough to read it. You went right to the payment, you signed, and you went home. And all of a sudden, down the road motors you go, and you figured out, oh my gosh, what did I do? And we want to prevent all that. We want to put you with the right people doing it the right way where there are no problems. Go to theautomotiveedge.com. That's theautomotiveedge.com. Click on Ask Kurt and leave me your name and number. You can do your trade appraisal there. And let's make car shopping fun again. Sometimes when you get there and they know that you're part of the Automotive Edge radio show, it's really a cool experience. It really is. We get right down to the meat and potatoes of what's going on. Go to theautomotiveedge.com. Let's take a quick break. We're going to get things wrapped up here on the Automotive Edge radio show on 1190 KFXR, part of the iHeartMedia Network. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Thanks, everyone, for being part of our broadcast today. We are going to be cutting the broadcast in half today because of UNT football. That'll happen again next Saturday. But we brought hopefully a lot of good data and information to you today. We've got another segment left to go, and then we'll be out. But don't forget that if you need anything automobile related, anything basically that's got wheels, theautomotiveedge.com is the place to go. Click on Contact Kurt. Leave your name and phone number. Just be best to do that. Now, you can leave a little something like, I'm looking for a particular vehicle or something like that. That's okay. But long, novels, it's just best to leave your name and number. So he's going to want to call you anyway if you've got a long dissertation going. Just a brief little something. Like, I'd like to know what the value of my trade is, or I'm looking for a particular vehicle, or where I need to go to get body work. Just simple things, and he can call you and help you out. And no charge. That's what we're here for. So like and share the broadcast. If you're tuned in to the Automotive Edge Facebook page and you're locked in there, there's a little white arrow at the top left-hand corner. You click out, and then you'll still see us on your timeline. But then what I want you to do is like it, and then hit to the far right, there's a share button. Hit that share button. It'll take you to a place where in the right-hand corner, again, it's in blue, says share now. Hit that again, and it'll go to everybody that's friends or followers on your page will be able to see it. It's all about helping. They may not be interested, but if they find or see something that's good, catches their attention, we're going to be there to help them. So if you don't mind doing that, and the show's archived for a little while, so they can go back and check it out next week or a couple weeks and see what we're about. They don't have to actually tune in live. We have a lot of people that tune in after our live broadcast because they may be working or doing something else, going to use sports, and then come back later and check the broadcast out. We see the numbers really change over the course of the week. So it's there for that. So don't underestimate how important it is for people to know about what we do here each and every Saturday morning, normally from 8 to noon, but the next couple of weeks is 8 to 10 for wonderful college football.
A lot of good games. A lot of good games.
What's a good one?
You got SMU and TCU
Oh,
playing.
that's going to be a good one. They're
what do they
playing
call it? The Skillet Bowl or something?
something like that.
Iron Skillet Bowl.
Oh, they're playing it at TCU?
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be a good game. I know TCU's got a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
He's real good. So I love TCU.
SMU should have won against it was a Baylor. Oh my gosh, that was an ugly football game. Ugly, ugly, ugly. That game should have been over and done, and they gave that game away. And the coach, here they have this fast, high-powered offense that goes up and down the field, and he was a knucklehead, slowed it down. No, Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah, Notre Dame.
Slowed the game down, gave them the ball back, and they lost. And that was on the coach. You know, they pull the reins on the horses. The horses didn't know what to do.
Yeah, exactly. They sit there.
Hey, my brother from another mother, Ty Gentman.
Yes, sir.
We had more Ty Gentmans in the world. It'd be a better world. We love you, brother. Always in our prayers.
Yes, sir. Love you, Ty.
Hey, real quick, Crest Volvo Cars located 121 in the Tollway in Frisco. If you've been considering a new Volvo plug-in hybrid or EV, you might want to move now. The offer ends 9/30. $7,500 lease bonus on select models, but the offer expires at the end of the month. Also, you have the 2025 and 2026 XC60 and 90, 2.49% available. The $7,500 EV lease allowance applies to select model year 25s and model year 25 and a half XC90 plug-in hybrid, XC60 plug-in hybrid, S90 plug-in hybrid, and the EX30 Volvo vehicles leased through Volvo Car Financial with approved credit. They got over 300 new Volvos available. Pick the one that's right for you and leave the rest to them. Visit now, CrestVolvoCars.com. That's CrestVolvoCars.com and enjoy your Crest life. Also, Crest Infinity, that new QX60 and QX80, they had the highly sought configurations, especially on the QX80 sport models with the blue interiors, and on the QX80 autograph in radiant white with the burgundy interiors. Hard to find. They have them right now at Crest Infinity, 121 in the Tollway in Frisco. They also, I'm telling you, what they're putting in trades, because, you know, got that new Highway 121. A lot of people out there buying cars, they need trade-ins. They'll buy it even if you're not ready to trade. The ultimate luxury is the new QX20, QX80. There's good, there's better, and then there's Crest, 121 in the Tollway. See their homepage at crestinfinity.com and enjoy your Crest life. And then real quick, folks over at Classic Kia Carrollton, I'm cramming everything in here because we only got a couple more minutes left, is they have 2.9 on the Telluride, never seen before, financing. And once again, you got your EV6, your EV9. EV9, one of the top-rated EVs in the world. Get your $7,500 if you're going to drive an EV now. And then on the K4, which these vehicles start around $21,000 with the best warranty in the business, 10-year, 100,000. The place, ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. That's ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. My buddy Jesse Hull and his beautiful family, managing partner, Alan Glover, the new GM, the man at the helm of the wheel out there, making sure your Kia needs are taken care of. 121 and 35 in Carrollton. Online all the time at ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. So, you know, we talk a whole lot, and one thing that I want to kind of wrap this show up with is, and it's been my mantra, Bo's tattooed my mantra on his brain, is what?
Know before you go.
And there's a lot of you that are getting out there and going, well, okay. And then you're calling me after the fact. Remember, I would love to be able to rewind a car deal. In the car business at the dealership, we call it unwinding. And there was time where the owner would call me and say, hey, Kurt, unwind the car deal. And they were never good. And I had one where I made $12,000 on the car deal, and the owner called me up and he said, "Unwind it." I'm like, "What are you talking about? We just sold an S2000 with all the ads, everything you could put on the car." He goes, "Well, my neighbor loves the car, but pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered.
Yeah.
Unwind that car deal. Take them the new paperwork, and the commission stays the same with the salesperson, and it's coming out of your bonus." I went, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." And I learned then I never, ever needed to unwind a car deal again. And so there's a lot of you that I would love to rewind, but the after the fact is a killer in the auto industry when you come to me and go, "Is this a good car deal?" At that point, it doesn't matter. I have nothing for you. I cannot call a dealership and go, "Hi, Kurt Chase, I have a radio show. Take the car back." Let me just tell you, their comments will not be very nice.
Click, bah.
Yeah. So go to theautomotiveedge.com. You can contact me there. You can leave me an email. My phone number's there, my personal cell. You can leave me a voicemail or a text. And let's just get it done right the first time.
Why even take the risk? I mean, there's just so much easier to be, handled, coddled, mollycoddled if you want. Why not? I mean, it's a lot of changes that go in the automobile business almost daily. So why would you want to take the risk to go solo on that action? Just do it, and it won't cost you anything, but it'll save you a lot down the road. What do they say? You can pay me now or pay me later, or you can pay it later, but you don't pay now to do it right up front.
Yeah, I had a gentleman, and he knew everything, and that's fine. And I looked at the car deal, and I went, "Whoa, I like that commission." And he told me, "Didn't need your help." Walked in there, man, I just tore them a new one, and I didn't. I mean, he was just diarrhea of the mouth. And I said, "Really?" So I go to the dealership, and I know the manager there, and I says, "Hey, I had a listener come by here." And he told me, and he goes, "Oh, buddy, you're going to be mad." I already knew what he meant by that. And he goes, "I guess I won't ever be a sponsor on your radio show." I said, "You know what? If somebody walks in not knowing of and they go, 'I just want $450 a month, whatever you got,' well, that's on you. If you don't read all the fine print and go down your buyer's order and you know how to read it, that's on you." But coming back and going, one the other day that had $8,200 in add-ons, $8,200, an extended warranty, a service contract, and all the goodies. There wasn't anything else to put on it. And so he calls me and he goes, "Hey, could you look over my contract?" And on the bottom right, I said, "Did you read that?" And he goes, "No, what do I do?" And I said, "Buddy, we're way past what do you do?" "So I can cancel that and get all my money back." I said, "It comes off the back end of your contract." And he just goes, "Those people." And we haven't spoken since. And so
here we go, blaming somebody else for your own misfortune of what you did wrong. That's the nature of the beast these days.
1 minute.
Yeah, let's just pay attention. And if you don't want to pay attention, I will for you, and make sure your car deals are all good. Hey, take and turn off those electronics today. I'm telling you, really get reconnected. Tell that person you love them. Put your arms around him. Don't get on your cell phones in a restaurant. Don't put an iPad in front of your kids in a restaurant. There's too much negative in the world coming at them, and give them the positive attention that you need, they need, we all need. And it's not online. It's from our hearts and in front of each other.
Maddie, I love you. Kurt Chase, I love you. I love each and one of our followers. Thank y'all for tuning in. Till next Saturday. Don't forget, we'll be back again here on the Automotive Edge radio show. Be safe and be blessed.
Go to theautomotiveedge.com. Maddie, we love you. Have a great weekend. Take care.
We getting out? Might as well, huh?